Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Miss Widi. As our lecturer in tax accounting courses, here I am Lita Amalia Putri from 3H Management Accounting Study Program, number 12. I will present about my assignment related with procedures for calculating and refunding excess tax payments. Before we next to the next discussion, especially when we talk about procedures for calculating and also refunding excess tax payment, it is related with Article 150 until 160. So today we will discuss about this article. First of all, we will discuss about taxpayer receive a refund of excess tax payments in the following cases. So there are two cases that taxpayer will receive a refund of excess tax payments. First case or first condition, if there is an excess tax payment, and the second cases or the second condition, if it's given interest rewards. So when there are two cases, then it is also related to income tax, value-added tax, luxury goods sales tax, land and building tax, stamp duty, sales tax, and carbon tax based on laws and regulations. So taxpayer will receive a refund of excess tax payments. And this discussion is related to Article 150. And then the next, when excess payments can be returned. Excess payments especially can be returned if there are also some conditions. Here there are 8 conditions related when excess payments can be returned. First condition, if there is overpaid tax as stated in the overpaid tax assessment letter as regulated in Article 17 paragraph 1 and also Article 17b. The second condition, if there is overpaid tax as stated in the preliminary tax refund decision letter for excess tax as regulated in Article 17C and 17D of the General Provisions and Tax Procedures Law. And the third condition, if taxes that should not be owed as stated in the tax overpayment assessment letter as regulated in Article 17 paragraph 2 of the law on general provision and tax procedures. And the fourth condition, if tax paid on the purchase of taxable goods brought outside the customs area by individuals holding foreign passport as regulated in Article 17E of the law on general provisions and tax procedures and Article 16E of the law on value-added tax. So, in this slide, there are some articles that seem similar, there are Article 17 paragraph 1 and also Article 17 paragraph 2. Here we are to discuss about Article 17 paragraph 1 first. In Article 17 paragraph 1, especially this article discuss about Surat Ketetapan Pajak Lebih Bayar atau SKPLB. Let me explain in bahasa. So, SKPLB diterbitkan untuk yang pertama PPh apabila jumlah kredit pajak lebih besar daripada jumlah pajak yang terhutang. Kemudian PPN apabila jumlah kredit pajak lebih besar daripada jumlah pajak yang terhutang. Jika terdapat pajak yang dipungut oleh pemungut PPN, jumlah pajak yang terhutang dihitung dengan cara jumlah pajak keluaran dikurangi dengan pajak yang dipungut oleh pemungut PPN tersebut. Kemudian yang ketiga, PPNBM apabila jumlah pajak yang dibayar lebih besar daripada jumlah pajak yang terhutang. Meanwhile, in Article 17, paragraph 2, pada pasal 17 ayat 2 dijelaskan bahwa berdasarkan permohonan wajib pajak, Direktur Jenderal Pajak setelah meneliti kebenaran pembayaran pajak, menerbitkan SKPLB apabila terdapat pembayaran pajak yang seharusnya tidak terhutang, yang ketentuannya diatur dengan atau berdasarkan peraturan Menteri Keuangan. And then after that, there are 4 conditions related with excess payments that can be returned. For the 5th conditions, if overpaid tax due to the issuance of an objection decision, appeal decision, or review decision by the Supreme Court. 6th condition, if overpaid tax due to the issuance of a correction decision letter as regulated in Article 16 of the Law on General Provisions and Tax Procedures. And then the 7th condition, if taxes that are overpaid due to the issuance of a decision letter as regulated in Article 36, paragraph 1, letter A of the Law on General Provisions and Tax Procedures. And then the last condition is related when overpaid tax due to the issuance of a joint approval decree as regulated in Article 27C, paragraph 6 of the General Provisions and Tax Procedures Law. Let me explain in bahasa about Article 36, paragraph 1. Jadi, pada artikel 36, paragraf 1 atau pasal 36 ayat 1 dijelaskan bahwasannya Direktur Jenderal Pajak karena jabatan atau atas permohonan wajib pajak dapat yang pertama mengurangkan atau menghapuskan sanksi administrasi berupa bunga, denda, kenaikan yang terutang sesuai dengan ketentuan peraturan perundang-undangan perpajakan dalam hal sanksi tersebut dikenakan karena kekhilafan wajib pajak atau bukan karena kesalahannya. Kemudian yang kedua, mengurangkan atau membatalkan surat ketetapan pajak yang tidak benar. Yang ketiga, mengurangkan atau membatalkan surat tagihan pajak sebagaimana dimaksudkan dalam pasal 14 yang tidak benar. Dan yang terakhir, membatalkan hasil pemeriksaan pajak atau surat ketetapan pajak dari hasil pemeriksaan yang dilaksanakan tanpa yang pertama, penyampaian surat pemberitahuan hasil pemeriksaan, kemudian yang kedua, pembahasan hasil akhir pemeriksaan dengan wajib pajak. So, that's all in Article 36 paragraph 1 discussion. The next part, we will discuss about Article 152. In this article, we discuss about excess payments as referred to in Article 150 letter A, relating to land and building tax may be refunded in the event. So, in the event of A, B, C, and also D, and then E and F, it is related with Article 152. First event, if land and building tax that is overpaid due to the issuance of an overpayment tax assessment letter, due to the issuance of an objection decision letter, due to the issuance of an appeal decision or review decisions, due to the issuance of a decision letter granting a reduction of land and building tax as regulated in Article 19 of the Land and Building Tax Law. Second, or B, overpaid land and building tax due to the issuance of a decision letter on reduction of administrative fines for land and building tax as regulated in Article 20 of the Land and Building Tax Law. And then C, overpaid land and building tax due to the issuance of a correction decision letter as regulated in Article 16 of the Law on General Provisions and Tax Procedures. And then D, land and building tax that is overpaid due to the issuance of a decision letter on reduction of administrative sanctions or a decision letter on elimination of administrative sanction as regulated in Article 36, paragraph 1, letter A, of the Law on General Provisions and Tax Procedures. After that, the next event, if overpaid land and building tax due to the issuance of a tax reduction decision letter for the tax payable notification letter or a tax determination letter for land and building tax as regulated in Article 36, Paragraph 1, letter B of the Law on General Provisions and Tax Procedures. And then the last overpayment of land and building tax due to the issuance of a tax assessment cancellation decision letter for land and building tax bill as regulated in Article 36, Paragraph 1, letter C and D of the Law on General Provisions and Tax Procedures. And then that's all about Article 152 that discuss about excess payment as referred to in Article 150, letter A. It is relating to land and building tax that may be refunded. The next discussion, we will discuss about Article 153. This article is related with the interest compensations as referred to in Article 150, letter B, is given in the event of the issuance of first, decision letter on granting interest rewards, the second, decision letter on correction of the decision letter on granting interest rewards, which increases the amount of interest rewards. The next part is about Article 154. In this article, especially we discuss about excess tax payments as referred to in Article 151 and Article 152, and also interest compensation as referred to in Article 153 must be taken into account to first pay off the taxpayer's tax debt as stated in the first tax bill letter, second, tax underpayment assessment letter or additional tax underpayment assessment letter for the amount approved or not approved by taxpayer. The third, tax payable notification letter. Fourth, land and building tax assessment letter. Fifth, land and building tax bill letter. Sixth, objection decision letter, which causes the amount of tax still to be paid to increase but is not appealed. And then 7, correction decision letter, which causes the amount of tax still to be paid to increase. And then the next, joint agreement decision letter, causing the amount of tax still to be paid to increase. And the last, it is stated in appeal decision or review decision, which causes the amount of tax still to be paid to increase. And then the next part, we will discuss about Article 155 and also Article 156. In Article 155, especially we will discuss about refunds of excess tax payments are made using the domestic account number in the name of the taxpayers available on the taxpayer's profile in the tax data. If not yet available, so the Director General of Taxes can ask the taxpayer to update the account number on the taxpayer profile in the tax data. And after that, excluded from the use of domestic accounts in the name of taxpayers as referred to in paragraph 1, in the case of refunds of excess value-added tax payments as referred to in Article 151 letter F, refunds to foreign country representatives or international bodies or their officials, refunds to foreign tax subjects whose tax withholding or collector cannot be found, and etc. And Article 156, it is discussed about the calculation of tax overpayment. So the calculation of tax overpayment refund and or interest compensation with tax debt and or tax to be owed or tax deposit is stated in the tax overpayment calculation note. In the case of tax overpayment, tax payment refund is given in rupiah currency units calculated using the exchange rate or rate set by the minister. And then that's all our discussion about Article 155 and Article 156. Then we move to the Article 157. In Article 157, the head of the Tax Service Office issues a tax overpayment refund decision letter based on the calculation note or tax overpayment refund decision letter with account number and with account number. The date of issuance of the tax overpayment refund decision letter, it is stated in Article 154, paragraphs 1 and 2. And then the decision letter for refund of excess tax payments as referred to in paragraph 1 for excess tax payments as referred to shall be issued no later than 1 month from the date referred to in Article 151 letters A until N. It is related with income tax, value-added tax, luxury goods tax, sales tax, and also carbon tax. And Article 152, letters A until K, related with land and building tax or pajak bumi dan bangunan. And then the next, we will discuss about Article 158. So there are three conditions. First condition is issuance of warrant. Second is actions if warrant is not issued. Third is after account number is updated. So, for the first condition, issuance of warrant, order to pay interest compensation based on the decree on the refund of excess tax payment. So there are 2 points that we must understand. First, if the decree has an account number, so the order is issued. Second one, if the decree does not have an account number, so the order is not issued. After that, we will move to the second condition. Actions if warrant is not issued. So, taxpayers are notified that the letter of instruction has not been issued, and then taxpayers are asked to update the account number on their tax profile in tax data. And then the last condition, after account number is updated, so the head of the tax service office completes the decree with the updated account number, and then a letter of order to pay excess tax or interest compensation is issued. So this is the chain of Article 158 about issuance of warrant, about actions if warrant is not issued, that what taxpayers can do until the payment of excess tax or interest compensation can be issued. And then the next one, we will discuss about Article 159, especially 159. Its calculation of excess tax payments or provisions of interest compensation for settlement of tax payable debts and settlement of tax debts on behalf of other payers in the event that no compensation is made to tax debts and or tax deposits. All excess tax payments are returned to the taxpayer concerned, or all interest compensation is given to the taxpayer concerned. And then compensation to tax debts and or tax deposit is carried out through deduction from the tax excess payment order and also from the interest payment order. And then I want to back to the Article 500, Article 158. While we discuss about three conditions about issuance and also not issuance. So, in the event of an error in the issuance of the tax overpayment order or the interest reward payment order, so the tax overpayment order and the interest reward payment order shall be issued within a maximum of 1 month. That's all. And then after that, we can continue our discussion. Now we will discuss about Article 160. This is the last part that we will discuss in this topic. This is discuss about tax overpayment refund decision letter, tax excess payment order letter, and interest repayment order letter. Well, these three types of letter, while for the official who are authorized to sign the tax overpayment refund decision letter, this one, and also tax excess payment order letter, this one, and also interest repayment order letter, submit signature specimens to the head of the State Treasury Service Office at the beginning of each budget year. So this is the requirement for official who has authorized to sign the three types of this letter. Two, submit the signature specimens to the head of State Treasury Service Office at the beginning of each budget year. So that's all our discussion today. Thank you for your attention and thank you for hearing my presentation. I'm sorry if there's some mistake in my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.